So this gentleman is making the contention that Christmas comes from sun worship of Sol Invictus. He says you are defending a holiday that comes from Roman sun worship. Just Google the origin of Christmas. There is absolutely no Christ in Christmas. Well, I disagree, and unfortunately for you, dear brother, the sources disagree with you as well. So above me there is the earliest primary source for Sol Invictus. Primary source meaning it is the document from where we gather our information about when Sol Invictus was celebrated. Now, here is the sad part, but I hope it will be an educational one. It says that Sol Invictus was celebrated on December 25th in 354. So you probably think, oh, see, you just proved my case. Wrong. Because in this same Roman source here, again, a Roman source, in another section of the chronography, the same document commemorating the laying of rest to martyrs is the beginning of their liturgical year begins on December 25th. And guess what this Roman source says they begin the beginning of their liturgical year on? Jesus Christ being born on December 25th in Bethlehem of Judea. So who copied who? I went to the primary source for Sol Invictus that says on the day they began the celebration of Sol Invictus, they began celebrating their liturgical calendar. The pagan Romans based their entire liturgical calendar based upon the birth date of Jesus Christ. Thomas Talley, here's another source, in his book says, at Rome in 336, it is clear that the Nativity was considered the beginning of the liturgical year, and still earlier in the Eastern Empire, the same was true of Epiphany. I got more for you. So, a scholar, Steve Hyman, says, none of this tells us when the Natalis Invicti of December 25th entered the Roman calendar. But on this evidence, we must acknowledge that it is a real possibility that it did not do so until after the Bishop of Rome first celebrated Christmas on that day. A pagan reaction to a Christmas feast rather than vice versa. All this casts doubt on the contention that Christmas was instituted on December 25th to counteract a popular pagan religious festival, doubts that are reinforced when one looks at the underlying understanding of Sol and his cult. It is clear that this cult in particular has often been viewed in essentially the same terms as Christianity. This is a professor of Roman archaeology. I think he would know what he's talking about. So if the earliest Roman source for Sol Invictus isn't until the chronography of 354, and here you see five primary sources that says that the church had recognized December 25th as the birth and incarnation of Jesus Christ. Before that, we're talking at least 100 to 150 years before that, then who copied who? Because if we have five primary sources prior to 354 that says that the church already recognized December 25th as that date for the celebration of Jesus Christ's birth, then clearly the Romans were copying the Christians, not the other way around. So the evidence is overwhelming and it is empirical, my brother. Christmas absolutely did not copy Sol Invictus. If anything, Sol Invictus copied Christmas because the dates and the primary sources for Christmas are 100 to 150 years prior to Sol Invictus. So I pray that you embrace this truth and turn away from the lies that you have been told. But I'm letting y'all know now, I'm going to be here. Me and the other apologists on the internet, we're going to be here all month. And every time you bring up Krishna, Mithras, Sol Invictus, Saturnalia, Horus, Tammuz, any of these other people that you want to say that Christmas is a copy of those gods for, I got the sources on standby, and I'm just waiting to respond to videos because we're going to push this truth out there until everybody can see and understand that there is absolutely no evidence that Christmas is a pagan holiday. There's no evidence of it whatsoever. So once again, Christmas is not a birthday celebration. It is not about the date of Jesus's birth. It is about the event of his birth. It is not a birthday celebration of Jesus. It is a celebration of the divine invasion of God becoming man in the person of Jesus Christ. I pray that y'all get this truth. I pray that you will hear past the cognitive dissonance that will try to get you to not believe it, but that you will believe in the evidence. And that's all I got for you. I love y'all. Everybody have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas.